How many different types of ways can I invest in real estate? Really good question. There are hundreds of thousands of ways you can invest in real estate. I'm just going to list a couple of them. The very first one, we probably heard all of the fix and flip social media people talk about it on Instagram and things like that, is the traditional fix and flip. So the traditional fix and flip is you buy a property, typically using some sort of hard money lender or asset money lender. You buy the property that needs rehab, that is undervalued, or that it needs that is an added value opportunity. You build in the cost of rehabbing the loan, the cost or the rehab loan into it, and you put your money down and you acquire the property. You rehab it within a certain period of time. When you're done, you put it back on the market and you sell it for profit to an end user. That is a fix and flip. The issue with fix and flip is that hard money is very expensive. So if you're not careful, all your profit goes to the hard money lender. That's the first issue. The second issue is that rehab are very dangerous and very, very tricky. If you connect with the wrong contractor, you lose your shirt. Wrong contractor, you lose your shirt. There are a lot of risk involved with fix and flip. Fix and flip, if you're not familiar with the process, you fail to pull permits, you fail to get the proper authorization, licenses, and things of that nature. You do something like, oops, I just removed a weight-bearing wall. You change something where you needed an architect or an engineer. Any one of those things. Or you rehab the property and now you put it back on the market at the wrong season, the wrong time. For example, us in New England, from September, October, November, it starts to get chilly. Man, forget about it. December, January, hardly anybody's going out there looking for houses to buy. If you flip a house and the house is done in December, you're stuck carrying that property until April. Fix and flip can be profitable, but they can be incredibly dangerous. Let's use a simple example. I go and I do a fix and flip on a $100,000 property, 7% interest rate on that property. My mortgage payment might be $700, $800. That's looking at 20% return on my money, 30% return maybe. If I carry that building for 6 more months, because I ended the flip at the end of November, December, or October, there goes $4,500 completely gone just on the carry cost, let alone if I'm doing a building $500,000 or more, or if my hard money lender's loan is at 10% or 12% or 14%. It can eat into the profit incredibly quickly. Cost of material has to be accounted for, cost of labor has to be accounted for, insurance, rehab, permits, unforeseen things when you start demoing the walls, things that are seen behind the structure. All of those things are things that even a home inspection cannot tell you. Home inspection do an inspection of the property when they can see the things that they're inspecting and reporting on. But if you are looking at a scenario where issues are behind the walls, a home inspector cannot tell you anything about it, right? So they can look at the roof and say, this roof looks like 10 years, but they might not be able to tell you how many layers is on that roof. So if you choose to remove that layer of that roof and you have 3 layers underneath, man, you got to pay extra now on the labor, the dumping fee, the weight, and all of the things that goes with removing that process. So that's the issue with fix and flip. However, if you do it correctly, you already have the team or you have the right partner and things of that nature, fix and flip can be very profitable. The other thing is that you have to know the exit strategy on a fix and flip. So you can do a fix and flip on a duplex, on a triplex, on a multi-unit family. You can buy hotel or any other things and then flip it into a different use but still with the intention of selling it or things of that nature. But if you get stuck with one issue, you lose your shirt. And usually hard money lenders cap their investment at 80%. That means you have to put 20%. And then if you get stuck, they take over the project. They'll do the rehab or fix and flip for you. And then they'll sell it and collect all of the money because it's asset based and you lose your shirt. So you have to be careful with fix and flip, but they can be profitable.